आज हम एंजाइम के बारे में बात करेंगे। ये एंजाइम आप लोगों ने पहले ही पढ़ चुके हैं। इसमें कुछ लोगों को कुछ वर्क करना है, मैं जो बाद में बताऊंगा। अगर हमको एंजाइम के बारे में लिखना है या एंजाइम के बारे में जानकारी लेनी है तो हमें क्या करना है? पहले हमको जानना जरूरी है कि एंजाइम क्या है। एंजाइम एक ऑर्गेनिक कंपाउंड है जो कैटालिस्ट का काम है और ये बॉडी के अंदर में इसका काम होता है, तो इसीलिए इसका नाम दिया है बायो कैटालिस्ट। बायो मीन्स लिविंग एंड कैटालिस्ट, इट इज द कैटालिस्ट ऑफ लाइफ। कैटालिस्ट क्या है आपको सबको मालूम है, इट विल इंक्रीज द रेट एंड वेलोसिटी ऑफ द केमिकल रिएक्शन, बट the chemical structure of this particular substance is not changed. As I told previously that it acts in the living organism, so it should be synthesized in the living cells. Now what is chemistry? It is protein in nature and the protein is colloid. Sometimes we get the enzymes which are non-protein in nature. It is thermolabile and it has got every enzyme has its specific action. It means that lipolytic enzymes will break the liquid substance as well as proteolytic enzyme will break the protein substance. So every enzyme has got its own specific action. It is soluble and it is dissolved by moist heat. Moist heat means in 100 degree centigrade temperature is called the moist heat. Very important to note that it plays an important role in life. We are in healthy as well as our enzymes acting properly. If there is any disturbance in the enzymatic action, so many metabolic diseases occur and some of them are cured and some of them are not cured. It has got two parts and which remains joined together. Some have prosthetic group. Prosthetic group means non-protein substance and it combines with the protein. Other have coenzymes which can be split off. Prosthetic group acts as a radical. Like previously I told SH group. What is the SH group? Sulfohydrate and hydroxyl group. So on the basis of nature, it is of two types. One is the SH group, another is the OH group. This SH group enzymes include lipase, phosphatase and renin. The spelling is there RENNIN. And OH group, that is the hydroxyl group, that is the HC. Stability. The stability of an enzyme is variable according to some conditions. And those conditioning factors are, one is the pH, another is the temperature. If there is a variation in pH and temperature, the stability of the enzyme will be variable. It is more stable in concentrated solution. Very important to know, it is more stable in concentrated solution. Divisions. It is divided into two groups, simple protein enzyme and complex or conjugated protein enzyme. Why it is called the simple protein enzyme? When the enzymes is combined with the simple protein, and that simple protein is the prosthetic. Simple protein enzymes is that this enzyme combined with the protein, simple protein. It is not combined, but it is a simple protein, only the simple protein. But whenever it is conjugated, it will cause the complex or conjugated protein enzyme. The protein part is called the apoenzyme, and the prosthetic group, which is non-protein part, is called as coenzyme. The whole thing is the haloenzyme. What is haloenzyme? Haloenzyme means the combination of apoenzyme and coenzyme. What is apoenzyme? Protein part is apoenzyme. What is coenzyme? Prosthetic part is coenzyme. Where you will get? It will get in the conjugated protein enzyme, not in simple. Simple protein enzyme में apoenzyme, coenzyme नहीं मिलेगा. Only in the complex protein enzyme or conjugated protein enzyme में आपको ये चीज मिलेगी. Classification. If you go through the different books, you will get the different classification. We have gathered up all the classification and tell that first group in reference to the cell, in relation to this cell. That means it may be the extracellular or intracellular. Extracellular means it is active outside the cell. Intracellular means it is active inside the cell. Extracellular cells, enzymes means all the digestive tissues that contains the enzymes. There are two types of this secretion. One is the zymogen, another is the zymase. Zymase means enzyme. Zymase, it comes from the word amylase. So, those enzymes which are in the carbohydrate group, especially the amylase. You know that amylase is found in the mouth. It is secreted by the salivary gland and it acts on the starch, splits the starch. Zymogen is the granules. It is secreted. What's happened that in some cases we get that some enzymes are present in our body as an inactive form. Now this inactive form is being changed to the active form by certain enzyme. So there is a secretion of some substances, and those substances are called the zymogen secretion. Example, trypsinogen. It is an inactive form. It is activated by enterokinase. Enterokinase, what is enterokinase? It is an enzyme.
Enzyme also.
But it is the zymogen granules. Where from it is secreted? It secretes from the intestine. What is the action of the enterokinase? It will convert the inactive trypsinogen to the active trypsinogen. So this is the zymogen secretion. Intracellular, it is active inside the cell. Now another group classified according to the chemical reaction, like lipase. What chemical reaction is there? It hydrolyzes the fat. Fat substance को hydrolysis करता है. What is the meaning of hydrolysis? Removal of the
hydrogen bond.
Amylase, it hydrolyzes the starch. The protease, it hydrolyzes the proteins. Dehydrogenase, it catalyzes the removal of hydrogen. Transferases, it catalyzes the group transfer in reactions. Decarboxylase catalyzes decarboxylation of ketone bodies. The example is decarboxylase. Other like carbonic anhydrase, catalase, hyaluronidase, lysozyme, thiaminase, renin, where the spelling is RENIN, transpeptidase and phosphoamidase. So many are there. Very early there was a commission formed. That commission is called as the Enzyme Commission by the International Union of Biochemistry in the year of 1961, and that commission grouped the enzymes according to some properties, and the group and subgroup and classified the enzymes in so many ways. It was the very late classification. Somewhere it is applicable and somewhere it is not applicable. Still we have to know. First, they have grouped as oxidoreductase. Oxido means oxidation. Reduction means oxidoreductase means oxidation and reduction. So the enzyme which has these two properties, oxidation and reduction, in between two substrates A and B, that is called the oxidoreductase. Examples: peroxidase, hydroxylases, oxygenases and reductases. Transferase, it catalyzes the transfer of the radical. What is the radical? A group of atoms other than hydrogen from a compound to another. Example: creatine phosphoryl transferase, transaminases, transacylases, transmethylases. Third is hydrolases. It catalyzes the hydrolysis means breakdown. So it catalyzes the cleavage of the molecule. Cleavage means split up, breakdown. And these are protein hydrolyzing enzymes, carbohydrate hydrolyzing enzymes. In other words, it is called the proteolytic enzyme, amylolytic enzyme. Protein hydrolyzing enzyme includes again subgroup in endopeptidases and exopeptidases. Endopeptidases includes the pepsin, trypsin, chymotrypsin, renin and cathepsin. Exopeptidase includes the carboxypeptidase, aminopeptidase, dipeptidase, tripeptidase, aminopolypeptidase. Second is carbohydrate hydrolyzing agent, and that is cellulase, alpha and beta amylase, sucrase, maltase, lactase and beta glucuronidase. Likewise, lipid hydrolyzing enzymes like cholesterases, esterases, lipases, lecithinases. Amidases, arginase. Amidases means it will act on the amino acids and breaks it. Arginase, asparginase, adenase, guanase, ubiase. You know the arginine, aspargine, these are all the amino acids. added guanine, uracil. So this enzyme, urease, acts on the uracil. Another group here, ester hydrolyzing enzymes. These are phosphomonoesterases, phosphodiesterase, phosphorylase and phytase. So this is the second group. Third group, isomerases, means it catalyzes different process of isomerization. Previously we have discussed in the different reaction what is the isomerization and the isomerizes the enzyme which helps in the isomerization. Examples are trimose phosphate isomerase, retinase isomerase. Fifth classification, ligases. It has the synthetic reaction. Why it is called synthetic reaction? Because the reaction occurs between two molecules which are joined together in presence of ATP. Hence it is called the ligases. The ligases means it will produce the synthetic reaction. Liases, the last one is the liases, that is the catalysis by addition. Here I am telling the grouping of or classification of the enzymes. These enzyme classification in the different books are written in the different ways. But if you follow this International Union of Biochemistry classification, it is very good. It is being estimated that about 840 enzymes are present in our body. Out of that, oxidoreductase 215 number, transferases 225 numbers, hydrolases 205, liases 105, isomerases 45 and ligases 45. We can find out the percentage of all the enzymes. So, according to this group, there are 6. 1 oxidoreductase, then transferases, hydrolases, liases, isomerases and ligases. Now we have to know what is the action, how the enzyme will act, what are the different mode of action of this enzyme. You know the substrate. What is the substrate? It is a substance on which the enzyme acts. Without the substance, enzyme never acts. So, in other words, the substrate means the main chemical compound which undergoes the alteration in a chemical reaction upon which enzyme exists is influenced. Means that enzyme acts as a catalyst. Enzyme acts on a particular substance which is being changed in their chemical structure, but enzyme never being changed. When it is insoluble or less soluble, the enzyme absorbed upon it. So, the solubility, enzyme is soluble, but the substance will be insoluble or less soluble. That is the substance. Proteolytic enzyme acts upon the peptide linkage of protein molecules. The active radical of the enzyme probably attacks some characteristic group in the substrate. Exact nature of the chemical reaction on which enzyme work varies in different cases. Very important to know. Enzyme work varies in different cases. Enzyme's action is specific, but enzyme work varies in different cases. Why? Because of the different chemical structure of the enzyme. Some enzyme like hydrolysis, some enzyme action is hydrolysis. Some enzyme acts as a oxidation. Some enzyme acts as a reduction. So whenever the chemical reactions are different, the enzyme structure is varying. It is very important to know. Another point is important to note, it often acts alone. Very often it acts alone. But sometimes it acts along with coenzymes and activators. It doesn't necessarily in all the cases chemical reaction of the presence of the enzymes and activators. Previously I told the activators like magnesium ion. Next point is synthetic and breakdown process. There are two processes occurs in the enzyme. One is the synthesize, another is the breakdown. Some enzyme undergoes both the processes under different conditions. So the action, the process of the action is two. One is the synthetic and breakdown. Actually, what happens? First, enzyme reacts with the substrate and forms an enzyme substrate complex. This is the reversible reaction. And again, enzyme reacts with the substrate complex to form the enzyme and products of enzyme action. So this is being demonstrated by some diagram. I want that everybody should prepare the diagram, but I am telling you, it should be prepared in the diagrammatically presentation of this reaction. I am repeating again, enzyme acts with substrate, forms the enzyme substrate complex. Next reaction, enzyme reacts with substrate complex and forms the enzyme and products of enzyme action. We have seen some structure of the chemical reaction. You can get it, you can search it and produce me. Now what is the coenzyme? Coenzymes are non-protein. The first point to differentiate enzyme and coenzyme is non-organic molecule. It is heat stable. Enzyme is not heat stable. Enzyme is colloidal. It is non-colloidal. As it is non-protein, it is non-colloidal. The very important to note the function of the coenzyme is dialysable. It means it is dialyzed by the kidney. It is present in single or mixture of many compounds. If it is present in mixture of many compounds, that is called the coenzyme system. And this coenzyme system includes the coenzyme adenosine triphosphate and magnesium. So if there is a coenzyme adenosine triphosphate means ATP and magnesium, if these three are present, that is called the coenzyme system. If there is only coenzyme, that is the same. If along with the coenzyme other substances are present, that is called the coenzyme system. Combination with enzyme may be loose and firm. Loose, easily separable, firm, not easily separable. So in some reaction we will get the coenzymes are fixed with the enzyme, and some reaction coenzymes are not fixed, easily free from the enzyme. Many of them are the derivatives of the adenosine monophosphate. Now, in the whole body, if we study where the enzymes are, coenzymes are present, what is the action of the enzymes and what they will form. So you make a table. Everybody should prepare this table. I am telling, listen to me, add yourself and complete the table. First is the name of the coenzyme, second is the enzyme on which this coenzyme will act and what they will form, the reaction. Reaction in the sentence, in the word. Example, I am telling you, vitamin B1. You know the thiamine? So thiamine pyrophosphate. Vitamin B1 contains the thiamine pyrophosphate. This is the point. And it acts on the enzyme decarboxylase. What they will want? What they will produce? I am not telling. Vitamin B2. It contains the coenzyme flavin mononucleotide and flavin dinucleotide. You will find out throughout the lecture of the carbohydrate, protein and lipid metabolism where this coenzyme is present. You write it completely. Nicotinic acid. Nicotinic acid is the chemical substance. Whenever it is accepted as coenzyme, it is named as nicotinamide adenosine diphosphate, that is the NAD, NAD, and nicotinamide adenosine diphosphate, NADP. So NAD and NADP is the coenzyme. On which enzyme it will act and how, what will produce, you will produce. Like vitamin B6, the coenzyme is pyridoxal phosphate. Acts on the enzyme decarboxylase and transaminase. Next, coenzyme A. What is this? It is the pantothenic acid. On which enzyme it will act and what input is, you will prepare. Next, folic acid. Next, biotin. It acts on different carboxylating enzymes. Carboxylating enzymes, it acts. Biotin. Biotin I have discussed in the lipid. You can remember it. Vitamin B12. Vitamin B12 is present, but the coenzyme is methyl vitamin B12. Not methyl vitamin, but methyl B12 and ascorbic acid. So these are all enzymes, coenzymes produced from the vitamin. Others like lipolic acid. It helps in the oxidative decarboxylation of the keto acids between thiamine pyrophosphate and coenzyme A. Heme. Heme is the ion from the hemoglobin. It acts on the enzyme. Hemoglobin is present in our body, but the heme is the coenzyme. It acts on the enzyme peroxidase. Catalase, cytochrome oxidase. UDPG, uridine diphosphate glucose. It acts on the uridine diphosphate galactose epimerase, converts glucose to galactose. These all coenzymes I have discussed in the course of the lecture of the metabolism of carbohydrate and protein and the fat. You can gather from the other lectures. Glutathione, formaldehyde dehydrogenase. It converts the formaldehyde to formaldehyde. S-adenosine methionine. It acts on the enzyme transmethylating enzyme. Transfers of methyl group. Adenosine monophosphate, adenosine diphosphate are all coenzymes. And it acts on specific enzyme system, helps in transphosphorylation or in active transport. 2,3-diphosphoglyceric acid. Enzyme named phosphoglyceromutase converts 2-phosphoglyceric acid to the 3-phosphoglyceric acid. CDPC. cytidine diphosphate choline. C for cytidine, DP means diphosphate, again C for choline, CHOLINE. It's synthesis of lecithin. Glucose 1,6 diphosphate, convert the glucose 1-phosphate to glucose 6-phosphate. Ubiquinone, in I have discussed. This ubiquinone are present in, it is represented as Q, capital Q, and they are of different types of ubiquinone. Usually Q6 to Q10s are available. These are liver, it acts on the liver oxidase and reaction is hydroxylation of phenylalanine. Certain metals are also act as a coenzyme like G, acts on the enzyme carbonic anhydrase. Copper acts on the enzyme phenolase and ascorbic acid oxidase. Iron acts on cytochrome enzyme catalase and peroxidase. Calcium acts on the enzyme lecithinase, AMC, ATPase and lipase. Cobalt, peptidase. Manganese, arginase, phosphoglucomutase. Magnesium, phosphatase and hexokinase. So this is the different coenzyme. In the enzymes, we have to study the coenzymes because a separate question will be asked on the coenzymes. Now, in the next, we will discuss the other part of the enzyme, how actually the enzyme action is done and how this action will be inhibited. You know that in our body, whenever any action is started, it should be inhibited because it is called the threshold. Threshold means an action will be continued for the time being, afterwards it will be exhausted and it will be lessened as because the normalcy of the life is to be maintained. Thanks to all. So